Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Martin and this is my wife Suzanne.
Hi.
Hi Suzanne, you wanted to talk to me about something?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I just been myself through a surgery here in Holland, and there happened a lot of things, and I needed to go through a lot of things, and I was just really curious about how it should have been when I was in Ghana and I needed the same surgery.
Yeah.
So I really like to talk a little bit with you about the health system and see if we can compare the one in Ghana to the one in Holland to see how both is going.
Okay, that is a really nice topic to be honest. First of all, I'm going to explain to you how the healthcare system in Ghana works
Mm-hmm.
and how the healthcare system here in Holland also works because I've worked in the healthcare system here in Holland. I was an IT system engineer there, and I've also worked in couple of hospitals in Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
also as an IT system engineer. Um, what happens if you're in Ghana and probably let's say you're in your home and you're sick and then you need to go see the doctor
Mm-hmm.
is that you're sick, you just walk straight to the hospital
Mm-hmm.
or the clinic and you tell the doctor what you're feeling. First of all, you need to pay for the fee that you because mostly in Ghana, not a lot of people are having insurance that is covering them. Although the government has a system in place, an insurance system called the NHIS National Health Insurance Scheme,
Mm-hmm.
but then it doesn't really help a lot because it doesn't pay for a lot of the things that you need. It only pays for paracetamol and other kind of things.
That's everything that is going out from that insurance.
That is everything that
Okay.
is going out of that insurance. So technically, you need to pay for everything from your pocket if you don't have another secondary insurance for yourself.
But it is possible to have another insurance.
Yeah, it is possible to have another insurance. There are a couple of insurances that I don't want to make an advert for, but if you search for insurances in Ghana, you can have a couple of them. My friend is even working as a manager in one of the insurance companies in Ghana.
And is it expensive to get an insurance?
Ah, yeah, it is. It is expensive, but then comparing things, I think it is okay,
Okay.
and it is really important if you have it.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to be messed up if you don't have it.
Yeah.
And you don't also have money to pay for your health care.
And is it covering everything?
It depends on which kind of insurance you take.
Okay.
Some of them are covering everything.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are covering some part of it. Some of them are only covering probably if you have an emergencies.
Yeah.
So it depends on which kind of policies you subscribe to.
Yeah.
So
probably it's interesting that I tell something about the insurance done here in Holland before we go further.
yeah, so if you can explain it to the people.
Yeah, because here in Holland, everybody needs to have a healthcare insurance.
Yeah.
The cheapest one is like €120 this year. But it depends also how much you want to have. It can also be more expensive if you need more.
Okay.
That's up to yourself what you want. And in that insurance, you can, you get medicines, you get the care that you need. Let's say I had my surgery and I needed to have a scan. Now the scan was, let's say, more than €500, but I only have to pay €385. That is your own risk.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pay that for this year, then the rest of the year, I already paid it, so I don't have to pay it anymore. Next year I start over again if I need new things.
Yeah.
But then I have my surgery, and then my insurance is paying for everything.
Yeah.
So €120 more is a lot of money. If you don't have the money for it, it's also possible that the government is even going to support you with something.
Yeah.
So yes, but it is expensive. But on the other side, the help that you need is also really there.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say you pay for your all risk.
Yeah.
Let's say the first month of the year.
Yeah.
Let's say January you were sick and then something happened. You needed to pay your all risk, which is 308. You said
85. Yeah.
385 euro. You said. And then probably in the middle of June, I need a surgery or I need a kidney transplant or something like that. I need to be on a dialysis.
Yeah.
Do I have to pay more money.
No, you still just pay your insurance money every month,
Yeah.
but the own risk is already paid. So then you're a little bit lucky that it is still that year, because if it was a year later, you still need to pay the amount of money again.
So even if they have to cut my head and replace my head with somebody else's head, I don't have to pay.
If it's necessary, yeah. If let's
if it is
say
necessary,
if you have nice lips and you want to have bigger lips, then you're talking about the plastic surgery. That's also healthcare, but more of those
that
things
is different.
are for yourself, because it's not like you have a problem with it. It's just because you want it yourself. And in our healthcare system also, I think in mine are like, let's say, 10 times I can go to the physiotherapist. So such things are also inside it. So it's not only the help from the hospital and the medicines, but also things like that. If I need it, they can also help. And you also have some things that even if you pay the 385, some medicines you still need to pay a little bit money. That is always staying your own risk. But then you can still have your medicines.
But to be clear, for me to understand really good, if I pay my 385 euro, and it's not that I want a BBL, I don't want any plastic surgery, but something that really happened to me, and I really need the healthcare. But do I need to pay something more, or I don't have to pay anything?
As far as I know, you don't have to pay anything more.
So for the rest of the year,
even
if they have to replace my head, if it is necessary for them to replace my head with somebody else's, or my kidney with somebody else's kidney, or my liver with somebody else's liver, they don't charge me a single euro for that.
As far as I know, not.
Wow.
Yeah. That's really a difference, especially if I heard you just talking about a paracetamol that is in the basic, insurance.
I'm also going to explain to you how it works in Ghana. Mm-hmm. In Ghana, you just need to go to the hospital, complain, I have this issue, and then the doctors tell you, I need a scan of you.
Yeah.
And you need to first pay the scan.
Yeah.
Even first, before you see the doctor, you need to pay for before you see the doctor. They call it consultation fee.
Yeah.
You need to pay. After the doctor prescribed to you, if you don't have insurance, and I know 90% of Ghanaians don't have insurance apart from the National Health Insurance Scheme, which doesn't do anything for them, then you will need to also pay for the scan fee. And then after you pay for the scan fee and the results come, the doctor tells you, oh, you will need a surgery. Then you already need to put your hands on your head, because there's some kind of bill that is coming that you cannot pay if you're not rich.
Yeah, you were already lucky that you came so far to see the doctor.
Yeah. And then the doctor is going to tell you, we need to make this surgery. Otherwise, probably you have 2 years to live.
Yeah.
But then this person has no money to pay this huge amount of surgery. You were talking about that you don't have to pay a single euro if after you pay your own risk.
Yeah.
And this person needs to start selling his properties or borrowing money just to stay alive.
Yeah.
This person has nothing.
Yeah. It's really terrible.
You need to pay for the surgery before the doctor puts a knife on
you. And then
you
you don't even know if the surgery is going good. Probably you're going to die while they do the surgery, and then
you don't even know. So that is the kind of health system we have. And then also, as I said to you, I've worked in the health system here in Holland, and I also worked in a couple of hospitals also in Ghana, so I know the differences. Here in Holland, let's say you go to let's say you don't feel good, you need to call the house out, which is a clinic in Ghana.
And it's then, like a basic doctor.
The basic doctor or a family doctor or something like that. And then you need to explain your situation.
Yeah.
You tell them, oh, I have a cold. I cannot swallow things. Then probably they're going to, oh, you have a cold. Then I'm going to send this prescription to the drugstore in your neighborhood so that you can go pick it up.
Yeah.
So everybody here in Europe or here in Holland in the neighborhood has a drugstore and a house out that they've subscribed or registered to.
Yeah.
So if the doctor sends a medicine or a prescription to the drugstore, you just need to walk in the drugstore, and then your medicine is already prepared, and you pick up your medicine and go home.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And that is how it works. But in Ghana,
you don't go immediately to the hospital. The doctor says, the first doctor, the huisarts, how we call it, is going to tell you if you need to go further to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they are going to send you there. They need to write a letter. It's not like I say I have a problem with my eye. I really need to go to the hospitals to see the eye doctor.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
No. So that was the first stage,
Mm-hmm.
because you need to first call the house
exactly.
out, and then they are going to tell if it is not that serious, they are going to send you a drug into the drugstore for you to go pick it up.
Yeah.
And then the second stage is, the house art, the practitioner thought that, this is serious. I need to see you in order to examine you,
Exactly.
what the problem is. Then you need to make an appointment to go. If it is that serious, then he or she makes a quick appointment for you in order to see the doctor.
Yeah.
And then you go see the doctor, and the doctor is going to tell you, if it's not that serious, and he can take good care of you, say, I think I can send you this medicine to your drugstore and go pick it up.
Yeah.
And everything is going to go away or something like that. But if it is more than what he thinks, then he's going to send you to the hospital, probably for you to make a scan or to see a practitioner or a specialist.
Yeah, exactly.
That is, if it's the ear, he's going to send you to a specialist who is more into the ear.
Yeah.
If it's about the heart, he's going to send you to a specialist who is more into the heart.
Yeah.
Then the hospital is then going to call you to make an appointment with you.
Yeah.
Which time is it ideal for you to come to the hospital?
Send you an appointment. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So after you make that appointment, then you go see the doctor.
Yeah.
Probably they are going to make a whole lot of investigations about your urine, your blood, your everything before you even see the doctor. It's possible.
Yeah. Mostly the other way. Mostly the doctor is the one who sees what needs to happen.
Yeah. So,
but sometimes also that the first doctor already says, I want to have a scan to see how it looks like. Then you don't need to see a specialist. You just need to make a scan in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after all these things, then you can see the doctor, and the doctor is going to take good care of it. In the other way around, in Ghana, you just walk into the hospital.
Yeah.
And then you need to... things just happen, and then you need to go take a scan. You need to probably the doctor tells you need a surgery or you need a specialist.
Yeah.
And then probably you need to first pay before you are able to see the specialist. So that is the healthcare system in Ghana, and I can also promise you that we don't have a centralized system.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are trying to have a centralized system, but it is not all over the country yet.
What do you mean with such a system? A system where they can pop up all your
details.
Everything.
You know what happens here in Holland is when every single person goes to the hospital, your data is with the government.
Yeah.
We have different systems. We have APRO, we have CKM, we have ProMedico, we have so many different kind of companies that have systems in place for the hospital or the house art or
to work with. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can just put on my name and they see everything that happened to me or the medicines that I'm using.
Even from when you were 3 years old, they can see which kind of medicines you've been taking up till now.
Yeah. So that system already exists when I was 3,
When you were 3 years old, if it exists, for sure. So it is way back since they made the system.
Yeah.
But in Ghana, it doesn't really happen like that. And it just happens like...
Is it if you go to the same hospital all the time that they can see it? Or every time you go to the same hospital, they can also not see it?
It depends. Sometimes even the hospital, things are really messed up. And sometimes you go to the same hospital, they even probably change their systems. Their data doesn't even sync with the new system. You need to make a new... how do you call it? Take a new identification number before they can record. It's all messed up.
Yeah.
But what needs to happen? What happens is that you go to the hospital. You need to take something we call it a card. Then the receptionist is going to put your data, and this is what is your name and your ID card number and everything in the system. You go to the hospital, go to the doctor, and the doctor is going to see. Now they are upgrading themselves, but before, it's just like even the card was just a paper that you need to send to the doctor, and then if you come back to the hospital again, they need to search for the card.
Yeah,
they need to search into the archives to see if they can find your card.
Yeah.
In order to see your data.
Yeah.
And that is...
And then if we just go, let's say, do a surgery, yeah, like where I've been through. How does it go in Ghana? Is it fast that they can help you? Is there always place to go do a surgery? Is it clean? Are the people good educated? How do I need to see that?
For the education aspect, I can tell you Ghanaian doctors are one of the best in the world.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
amazing.
Ghanaian
Yeah.
nurses are also one of the best in the world. Kudos to the Ghanaian doctors and nurses. But then the environment that they work in
Yeah.
is the one that I do not accept. It does not meet standards. So if you need a surgery, if you have the money to pay for it,
Yeah.
for sure you're gonna have a good surgery. Somebody's gonna operate on you, and then you feel good the next time.
Yeah.
But in the environment that they operate, the doctors are good, the nurses are good. That is the reason why a lot of the European countries want our nurses and our
Yeah.
doctors.
For sure.
But then they don't have the facilities. The hospitals are not good enough. It is now that they are building world class hospitals, especially with the ex president. We call him John Dramani Mahama. He built a hospital in the capital city. That is one of the best hospitals in Africa.
Oh, wow.
So if you continue building such hospitals,
Yeah,
then they
it's
have
really
the
good.
facilities in
Yeah.
order to conduct such operations and surgeries.
And what do you exactly mean with facilities?
Facilities. When you had your surgery, I came to you. I came with you in the hospital, and then you see where you were lying. You see the conducive environment. You wanted a tea, they brought you a tea. You wanted a bread, they brought you a bread. You wanted a coffee, they brought you a coffee. All those kind of amenities. You have sound mind. You are the only person in your own corridor. How do they say?
Yeah, there are 3 other people could be there. Huh?
What I mean by your own corridor is you can separate your room from everybody's room.
Yeah, just with a curtain. Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. But in Ghana, it's like
everybody is
just like that in the world, and then it doesn't really happen here. When you gave birth to our first child, we were in the room by ourselves.
Yeah.
With like 3 or 4 nurses on a standby just for you.
So much I was far away. I don't think I remember.
When you woke up, it was 3 nurses next to you. There was 1 nurse here. There was 1 nurse taking care of you giving birth. There was 1 nurse on a standby in the other room.
Yeah, for sure.
You had to take an anesthesia. How do you call it? Anesthesia. And you had a doctor on a standby just to give you an anesthesia for you to give birth.
Yeah, but there's also a difference in that. If we're talking about when I give birth, is that it's not immediately the doctor that comes there. There was not really complications when I was giving birth. The doctor is only coming when there's really complications. These are more nurses that are going to help you, and everything is fine with that.
Yeah.
So they also, what I just tried to say is that they also see how situations are going. The doctor doesn't need to come immediately.
But
that is
anesthesiologist was a doctor.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Even if he's not a doctor, you have 5 people.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's taking care of you.
And even 6 people. Yeah. You had the woman.
Much people.
Yeah.
They're probably with different shifts.
For real. The woman who was bringing the food. You had a breakfast. The woman who was also bringing the food was also on standby. Somebody else. Yeah. So only you had a room for yourself. Yeah, exactly. You had 6 people on standby just for you.
Yeah.
Probably if something happened and they called a doctor.
Yeah, the doctor was going to be there.
The doctor is already there. Probably it's like 8 people on standby just only for you.
Yeah.
Only for you.
Yeah.
In Ghana, I can promise you go, people give birth on the ground.
Yeah.
There was a situation where the electricity of the hospital went out. And then there were children in incubators that lost their lives.
Just because electricity
went out.
Yeah, we can
This
imagine.
can never happen here in Holland.
Wow, this is so terrible.
So this is the kind of how do you call it, a pleasure, or how do you call it,
the luxury
that we have here in Holland. So even comparing it doesn't really compare. So you go to the maternity ward, and
Yeah.
there are so many women, pregnant women,
Yeah.
vulnerable pregnant women lying on the floor
Yeah.
just to give birth.
Yeah. But you also showed me a video once that was really terrible. That people were lying in a hospital, and the rain was even coming through the window, I guess.
Yeah, and then that was a confirmatory teaching hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's, but anyways, the confirmatory teaching hospital
Yeah.
was also having problems, and then the government wasn't helping, and then the king himself decided, I'm going to raise funds
Yeah.
to build my own hospital
Yeah,
because
that's
it is in his own region.
Yeah.
And then after the king decided to raise funds
Mm-hmm.
to build a hospital, he got a lot of money. He came to Europe, buy a couple of items in order to put the hospital back in shape so that people can have a good health care.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after he sent that items to Ghana, the government is charging him of import duties, exorbitant import duties that are the containers have to be at the port, because as of now, I don't know if they have paid or not.
Yeah, because it's crazy what they're
And then
going
the
to
government
ask
is telling you need to pay this amount of money before we can give you your containers to go fix a hospital that you didn't fix for us.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How can you help people like that? Now, if I'm just thinking about that, it doesn't matter if it goes about giving birth or a different surgery, but if the circumstances in the hospital are so bad that that the water is coming through, then I have so much chance to have infections. So then maybe my surgery went good, or I give birth to a healthy child, and still I can get sick because the circumstances are not good.
Exactly.
It's really terrible.
Exactly. Yeah. That is what I'm trying to tell you. So
Yeah.
with the healthcare system in Ghana, I think what they can do, with my experience,
Yeah.
what I've seen here in Europe, and what I've worked with,
Yeah.
is that they have a centralized
Yeah.
database system that I can promise you go to the hospital and the next day they didn't even know what happened to you the last week.
No.
So they need to have a centralized database system that is owned by the government,
Yeah.
that the government controls, that every single hospital is required, or every single clinic or whatever,
Yeah.
is required to have one of these systems. You don't have to make a monopoly. Other people can also build their system. That is why I told you here in Europe, here in Holland, we have APRO, we have ProMedico, we
Yeah.
have CGM.
Yeah.
These are all different kind of systems that it doesn't have to be a single monopoly
No.
person that is controlling everything.
As long as it's just fixed good.
So they can have these systems, and
Yeah.
then the government owns the data. And
Yeah.
then if the hospital wants, they can buy any of the systems, and
Yeah.
then you can access the patient's data
Yeah.
through a sophisticated system.
But
Here-
probably that is for them not even the most important. If I hear you telling about the facilities that are still not good, then probably that is even more important for them than that the system is working. There's so much things that still need to come together to get a healthcare healthy.
Yeah, man, that is right, but you need to start from one to go to the another.
I 100% agree, yeah, but what is number one?
But for me, what I think is wrong data can kill somebody immediately.
For sure.
So it doesn't
But
matter.
if the water is coming through and I get an infection, it can also kill somebody.
Yeah, so you need to do things simultaneously.
Yeah.
You need to try to do things simultaneously. Two
Yeah.
things at the same time, or three things at the same time. You can try to fix things. But the most important thing is also to have a centralized database system. The government of Ghana, we have 1957, we had our independence.
Yeah.
We should be able to build such systems. It doesn't take a rocket science to build such data centers. The past president have already, I think a lot of presidents already came in, they tried to build the data centers in Ghana.
But I think the problem that is there all the time is against going about money.
This is not always about money, to be honest.
But you need to have money to invest in a system.
They have already data centers in Ghana. If you have a data center in Ghana, what you need to do is to establish a single, as we call it, single entry point or something like that, where the data people can fetch the data from. So if you are Suzanne, and then I type in Suzanne, your date of birth and your address, it should be able to give me your data, which kind of medicines you took for the past 3 months, which kind of surgeries you've been on,
That's right.
and this kind of things. It doesn't matter if the hospital is leaking or not. You can still have
But you
access.
still need money to have such a system.
Yeah. I trust the people in Ghana. They can build it. It's just
I trust
buy a
them
couple
too.
of
That is
quotes, and
another
then
point.
it is done.
Yeah, but then you still need money.
Yeah, they can give me, they can pay me a less amount of money, and I can build it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I have the experience and the knowledge and the technical know-how to build it. So
Right.
they can pay me a little amount of money.
You don't want to promote anything else, but you only want to promote yourself.
No, I mean it is that easy to build it.
Yeah.
So if they have the centralized system,
Yeah.
and they know it doesn't matter where you go, you can still have your data and everything.
Everywhere in Ghana.
Yeah, but I think the current government
Yeah.
is also trying something really, really huge. He's building 111 hospitals across the. But I just hope they are able to finish everything, because it is kind of huge for the country.
Yeah.
So
it helps a lot, and there's so. You also said that the nurses are, let's say, England is asking that nurses from Ghana can come there. Then I hope they also can get good jobs there, because it's also nice to stay in your own country and build it up together.
Yeah. I think it could be better. Yeah, they are trying their best, but I think the pace that they are going is a little bit slower. They can double the speed or triple the speed that they are developing. I think could be better.
Well, let's hope for everybody in Ghana.
Yeah,
and it will be better.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but to the last explanation about the healthcare system in Ghana, the insurances doesn't. If you're using the government insurance, it doesn't really work that much. So probably you need to find a third party or a private insurance that you need to subscribe to, that every month you just need to pay, so that you can have a good healthcare system. A good healthcare for yourself. Yeah, because you always need money to pay.
No, and I also hope that it can also stop those terrible things that are happening. Sometimes you told me stories that somebody was pregnant and they don't have the money. You need to choose, or it's the mom or it's the child.
Yeah.
We cannot imagine here in Holland that things like that are still happening, and not because of that what the mom is going through.
Yeah.
Just because there is no money.
Yeah, you don't have the money. Ghana always, what do you need to put in your mind? Or in Africa?
Yeah.
First the money, and then your health.
Yeah.
You cannot tell the doctor, "Oh, take care of me, do my surgery, bring my child. I'm here and I'm going to pay you later." It doesn't work.
Next year is going to come.
Nobody gives a damn about you paying later. Pay now, and then you get your health care.
Yeah.
Hey, is there anything that I can ask more?
No, I think I know enough. But I also understand better, before I had my surgery, your mom was really concerned about it.
Yeah.
And I also understand better why that is, because the systems are really working differently.
Yeah, because my mom thinks Ghana is just like Holland, and she thinks it's better for you not to take the surgery, because then but
it's always dangerous to do a surgery. You never know what's going to happen.
Because she lives in Ghana.
Exactly.
And then everything is, if you're going for surgery, it's more like sometimes it's more difficult for the doctor even to tell you, "Oh, you have a 90% chance of a good successful surgery." But
but it doesn't mean here in Holland there are also surgeries that you have 50% chance or 20% chance.
There are even some surgery that you have 10% chance of survival.
Yeah.
But at least you still trust the doctors to do the good thing.
Yeah.
You trust that there's not going to be a lights out. Electricity is not going to go out.
No.
Your oxygen is not going to be finished.
No.
So those little
my
things,
anesthesia, and I wake up in the middle of the surgery.
So those little things, people are in the surgery in Ghana, and then the electricity goes out, and the oxygen finishes, and then people pass away just because of these stupid excuses.
Yeah.
You know for sure these are not going to ever happen here in Holland.
Yeah, the chance that it's
The
going
chance
to
it's
happen,
going to happen is really little.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
probably that is the reason why my mom thinks, oh, it's not better to go for the surgery or something
But
like
I did it and I'm getting better, so we'll be fine.
that. Exactly.
Thanks for the information you gave me.
Yeah,
It was
thank you
really
very much for your
interesting,
time also.
to compare
I
something.
look forward to also talking to you another time.
Yeah, let's do
Have
that.
a nice thing.
Bye.
Bye-bye.